I never realized how much my father loved us until I almost lost him. He wasn't the kind of dad who said, "I love you" every day. He wasn't the kind of man who hugged you before school or cheered loudly at sports games. No, he was quiet, steady, invisible in the ways that matter most. He worked at the factory from dawn till dusk. Then he drove trucks at night to make ends meet. He came home tired, smelled of engine oil and sweat, but always made sure the house was warm, the bills paid, and dinner on the table. As a kid, I thought he didn't care. I used to watch other dads at school, playing with their kids, helping with homework, going to games, and I felt small, unseen, unloved. But I was wrong. One evening, when I was 12, I saw him in the garage. He was hunched over, trying to fix an old radio. I asked him what he was doing. He smiled, but his hands shook with fatigue. "I'm making this work for your little sister," he said. "She wants to hear music in her room." It hit me then. Every tired hand, every long hour, every sacrificed dream. It was all for us, not for himself. He gave everything so we could have even a little more than he had. The real moment I understood came later. When I was 16, I got a scholarship for a music program in another state. I was ecstatic, but the tuition was high. The cost of moving, books, everything. It was more than our family could afford. I was worried. I thought my father would say no. Instead, he worked 2 more jobs, skipped meals, fixed old things to sell, anything to make sure I could go. And when I asked him why, he simply said, "Your dreams are bigger than mine. Go live them. I'll figure the rest." Years passed. I went to college, traveled, and started my life. But my father never asked for anything in return. Not praise, not recognition, not even thanks. I only realized the depth of his sacrifice when I returned home one summer. He was sitting on the porch, tired, gray hair catching the sunlight, reading an old notebook. Curious, I asked him what it was. He handed it to me. Inside were receipts, bills, calculations, notes. Every penny he had earned and spent, all tracked carefully. Every late night, every skipped lunch, every repair he made to save money for our family. I sat there, speechless. Tears filled my eyes. He never asked me to notice, never asked me to appreciate it. He just did it. One night, after everyone had gone to bed, I found him sitting in the kitchen, staring at the empty chairs. I asked him why he looked so sad. "I'm just tired," he said, voice barely above a whisper. "But I'm proud. You kids, you'll make this world better than I ever could." College was the first time I truly understood my father. He never called to complain, never asked for thanks. He only reminded me to eat well, to stay focused, to work hard. And every time I returned home, I saw the same thing. A man who never stopped caring, who never stopped giving. Life kept moving. Jobs, bills, my own little victories. I began to understand that love doesn't always shout. Sometimes it's quiet, invisible, patient, steady as the sun rising each morning, even when no one notices. Then came the night I almost lost him. He was sick, really sick, the kind of illness that takes people without warning. I sat by his hospital bed, holding his hand, thinking of all the years he gave to us, the years he gave to me. I whispered, "Dad, please don't leave me yet." He squeezed my hand weakly and smiled. "You've made me proud. That's enough for me." Tears streamed down my face. I realized then what I had known all along, but never truly understood. His life had been a testament to love. Silent, unseen, immeasurable. He gave up vacations, hobbies, dreams, and rest. All for us. All so we could have the chance to live fully. When he finally recovered, I made a promise. I would honor his sacrifices. I would live a life worthy of the love he gave. I would never forget the countless nights he stayed awake worrying about us, the long hours he labored to provide, the moments he put aside his own happiness for ours. Because that is what real love looks like. Not loud, not dramatic. Not in words or applause. It's in the small, invisible acts that shape lives. My father gave everything for us. And all I could give back was my gratitude, my respect, and the promise to make him proud. Every time I see my kids, I see him. And every time I work hard, I hear his quiet voice saying, "Go on, live your dreams. I've got the rest." Love is silent. Love is strong. Love is forever.